So the good thing is for the breakaway that they have the advantage now of more than 8 minutes already. The peloton is completely fine with that, with Kemna being the first one in the GC of that first group at 22 minutes. This is a typical Soudal quick-step move, right? I mean, obviously, there we go, there we have it. Now let's see, it's going to be very interesting who's in that first echelon, because even Remco Evenepoel was pushing it really good. Maybe they had a sign from the team car that some Jumbo guys are back up front. We see Vingegaard is still here.
And this race is splitting, it's fragmenting. The wind is blowing onto the right-hand shoulders of the riders, and we have 4 distinct groups that are starting to form. This is a really interesting move, isn't it? Because you can see the Skoda Green Points classification leader, Caden Groves, the sprinter, who is up here in a general classification group. He's there with one teammate currently. There's no relenting from this wind. Attila Valter.
Yeah, Jumbo-Visma is taking over the front of this first echelon. I think they might just try to set the pace.
It all comes back together with 52.3 kilometers remaining, and that was what you could say a big wake-up call. Danny Navarro, with some grimaces on his face, he's really starting to suffer. Ruben Fernandez comes through. He's never won a professional race during his career. He's never won a stage of La Vuelta, but he has had experience of riding in the red jersey as the general classification leader.
Primoz Roglic, a lot of smiles yesterday after he won the stage, of course.
And smiles today.
Exactly, he seems to really enjoy this Vuelta. There it is again.
Paranchea rolls through, the rider from Cairowal in the white and green jersey. Leonard Kemna pulls to the left-hand side. Kemna takes the left-hand turn, and Kemna, the German, onto the bottom of the Alto Caravaca de la Cruz. Sobrero is making light work of this. He kicks on up towards the front, and he seems full of confidence, the man from Jaco Alula. Kemna, he's just waiting. Catania takes over at the head with his leader Remco Evenepoel in the wheel. Leonard Kemna of Bora Hansgrohe, with 5 kilometers remaining, is going in pursuit of a stage victory here in La Vuelta. And now Joao Almeida decides that now is the time to try and go away and gain some time into this final kilometer. Meanwhile, Jumbo-Visma start to make an acceleration, and here comes 1 and 2 bike lengths as Enric Mas still starts to come up towards the back. Remco Evenepoel is trying to challenge and respond, but he starts to lose distance, as does Santiago Buitrago of Bahrain Victorious, and it looks like Primoz Roglic over the top and into this final couple of kilometers is trying to go in pursuit and trying to gain some time, and Mas, coming to this 2 kilometer to go marker, sits up, he takes everything out, and now they know that the time for the general classification is taken just outside that 2 kilometer to go marker. It's one end of the spectrum to the other as Sepp Kuss just gives a pat on the back to Jonas Vingegaard. Alongside him is Juan Ayuso and Marc Soler. Kemna, with his arms aloft, comes to the top of the climb. Kemna, a stage victor in the Giro d'Italia, the Tour de France, La Vuelta a España, and he becomes the 107th rider to take victories in all 3 Grand Tours.